and we danced like it. Well, anyway, the March Madness, the big dance, is finally here. NCAA Tournament free pick for round one from offshoreinsiders.com. Joe Duffy's picks. This is one of the strongest first rounds I've ever seen, where not only are my computer metrics and computer software, it's very much agreeing and being corroborated with some of the sharp minds guys that I know that religiously watch basketball, a lot more college basketball than I do, and it's all mixing a perfect storm of just about every metric as strong as the first round as I've ever seen. I've been handicapping games since the early 1980s, been doing it professionally since 1988, although made my debut after March Madness, so since 1989 in the NCAA Tournament. So much corroborated information. Offshoreinsiders.com. Joe Duffy's picks. 5 wise guy plays for Thursday, plus a major in the NCAA Tournament. Some stuff during the day, some at night. Again, as strong as a first round as I have seen. I have worked too hard, too much information to not have a phenomenal March Madness again. Joe Duffy's picks at offshoreinsiders.com. Now we're going to have a bunch of stuff up for Friday. We're going to work on it the second I'm done this. Now, the free pick from Joe Duffy's picks, the chic upset special by everybody is Middle Tennessee State over Minnesota. Are they right? Well, Middle Tennessee State has a much better coach in Kermit Davis. Much better much better X and O's guys matching it up. He doesn't have the Rick Pitino's Juniors, doesn't have the name recognition, may or may not be as great of a recruiter, but when it comes to game time, look for his 1-3 zone defense to rattle Minnesota freshman Amir Coffey. And Minnesota doesn't really have the outside shooters to open up the zone. To beat this MTSU zone, you really need to consistently hit from outside. Minnesota does not have that ability to do that. Look, use the odds maker's knowledge against them. This is a case where it opened up as a pick, or maybe Minnesota was a slight favorite when you got a 12-5 seed. It used to be, when you would have a lower seeded favorite, especially if we weren't talking about the 8-9 game, but outside the 8-9 game, the lower seeded team would almost always cover. A case of using the odds maker's knowledge against them. Not quite as easy pickings now as it used to be. But again, opened up at a pick'em, even though you got a difference of 7 in the seedings. MTSU is a big experience edge. Now, I know I've said that experience is overrated because I'd still rather have much more talent, but that's not the case here with Minnesota. It's not like Minnesota has some talent edge. MTSU has a big experience edge, and experience especially is very big when you get outside of the power conferences. Look for the overachieving teams to level off in the dance. Look, you can't complain about the job Rick Pitino Jr. has done this year. Definitely exceeded expectations, but they are almost always the type of teams to go against in the NCAA Tournament. So your free winner is to go with Middle Tennessee State. Boy, hope that Freudian slip doesn't come back to bite us. Middle Tennessee State minus the 1 against Minnesota. Middle Tennessee State minus the 1 against Minnesota. That is not a premium play. It is not one of our premium plays at offshoreinsiders.com. Looking for a place to bet? MyBookie.ag, promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y, 50% sign-up bonus. You can spend that money now. Deposit now, and you can literally bet immediately. So again, do the simple math. You deposit $1,000, you have $1,500 to bet with. Just use promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y, mybookie.ag, offshoreinsiders.com, with all the winners throughout the tournament.